my dad says, Deborah, look up. And I lift my head and I see that our line is longer than a football field. And I'm like, what's happening right now? And the crazy thing was word was traveling around the festival from via word of mouth, and also the event organizers had done like a little advertisement for the product.
This is the Healthy Lifestyle Solutions podcast, and I'm your host, Maya Acosta. If you're willing to go with me, together we can discover how simple lifestyle choices can help improve our quality of life and increase our longevity in a good way. Let's get started. All right, friends, welcome back to another episode of the Healthy Lifestyle Solutions podcast. I have Deborah Torres, and she is the founder of the Atlas Monroe. Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
So I'm so excited to learn about you. We're here at the Vegan Women's Summit, and one of the things that I want to tell my listeners, first of all, is that you're known, I mean, of course, for your fried chicken, but you're also known because you were on Shark Tank. So tell us a little bit about that experience of being on Shark Tank, and tell us about why you did not take the $1 million offer that Mark Cuban wanted to give you.
Well, we went to Shark Tank very early in our business. We were just like a year into it, babies basically. And it was just kind of like, hey, putting our best foot forward. We know we have an extraordinary product and let's see what we can do. And they basically said, hey, you're not worth anything. You're not worth the $500,000 that you're asking for. And then 5 minutes later, they changed it and they said, hey, how about we're going to offer you $1 million? And so it let me know right away, like, oh, you do know what we're worth. You do understand this. You just want it all for yourself. And you think you can get away with it because we're so young in our business. And of course, I turned it down. And from there, we had so many people supporting us because they were like, they could see right through what the Sharks were trying to do. And they just supported us. And now we own our own multi-million-dollar manufacturing plant in San Diego, California. So it's been an extraordinary journey, just seeing like, hey, stand up for what's right and what you believe in, and the universe, God, will take care of you. Yeah.
This is an incredible story that you're so successful. We saw recently that Time Magazine named you named your product the best fried chicken, and you competed against regular chicken.
Exactly. And that was like, it was crazy because it was so weird. They had contacted me and they just asked me for like basic information. I didn't know what they were going to say. And so when the article came out, as I was reading it myself, he was saying like, oh yeah, I tried a chicken thigh and a chicken drum from this company. And I'm like, what? I thought, oh, he's not talking about us. And then he's like, but it didn't have a bone. And I was so confused. I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, is he talking about us? And then, he's like, that was the best thing that we had. That was the best thing, the one that we tried, hands down. And I was like blown away. And seeing it on Yahoo, like in the morning, I'm like, everybody was texting me like, look, I'm like, what? So yeah, that was pretty extraordinary. And it goes to show you like, hey, if you work hard at something and you put your quality, like good, pure ingredients into it, quality stuff into it, everybody's going to see it. It's going to get, you're going to win. If you do the right thing, you'll win.
So let's back up a little bit for the listeners to learn about your story, because, you created this product as a result of health issues that were in your own family. So let's start with that. Tell us what was going on.
Yeah, my father was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. My family and I decided to go on a raw vegan diet for 90 days in an effort to heal him. And in the beginning, we were having like salad, fruit salad, and smoothies because that's all we knew. And within a week, we were all like pissed off and hangry at each other because we were so hungry. And I'm like, okay, we got to eat good food. It can't be this. We're all going to cheat the diet, and whatever results we want to see, it's not going to happen. So I just started going to work in the kitchen and experimenting with plant textures and flavors, and getting really good at it, making like raw lasagna, raw tacos, raw burgers, raw chicken nuggets, vegan everything. And it was really, really good. It was delicious. And at the end of the 90 days, we found out that he was completely healed from type 2 diabetes.
That is incredible. And see, I want my listeners to to really pay attention to that, because we know that if you were just to clean up your diet, even in 10 days, you can see improvements in your blood sugar, your cholesterol, your blood pressure. But your dad, did he get all his medications?
Yeah, completely. No medications to this day.
Congratulations that you really supported your family, your dad in this, because a lot of times too, family members don't want to jump on board. They're like, no, the family member that's sick, that's the person that's got to go through the change. It hasn't affected us yet. Yeah. So now Atlas Monroe, in at what point did that come about that you decided, you know what, I'm going to make an alternative so that the family doesn't have to eat regular chicken anymore?
Well, after the diet, all of my family were like, "Oh, we're definitely gonna stay vegan. Like, we've already been doing it. It opens your third eye," they say, and like your mind is open. Like, "Oh, this has changed my life. Why would I go back? I feel amazing, like spiritually, mentally, emotional, everything." And so we're like, "Okay, stay vegan, but we want to eat cooked food again." So it's back to the drawing board. Like, okay, experimenting with more plant textures and flavors, but this time temperatures as well because it's cooked, and just getting really good at that and making like vegan fried chicken, vegan ribs, vegan lasagna, and that's pretty much how Atlas Monroe was born.
And so now it's one of the better brands out there. It's incredible that you've been able to have now create a plant in the San Diego area. So, how long have you been in business? When did you realize, wow, this is going to be my full time job? Like it's taken off. And tell us that story about the line that you had in one location where it was as long as a football field.
Yes. So we started technically in 2017, like up towards the very end of 2017, and we started off doing festivals, and we were invited to. Oh, actually, I worked for Verizon at the time, and like my coworkers only knew like, oh, I wanted to start a vegan company, but like I didn't because you're so comfortable in your job and you don't really do what you say you're going to do. And, and I was like pretty scared, you know. I'm like, oh, I have this job. How are you going to do this? And so I thought, oh, we'll do catering. And so I made a website, but I didn't do anything with it. And somebody contacted us, and they were like, oh, come do this vegan festival in Chicago where Lollapalooza is held. And I'm like, first of all, who even found this random website that nobody knows exists? I haven't done anything with it. So I actually didn't respond for months. And then I was like, you know what? Let me say something, and maybe it's real. So I contacted them. They're like, yes, come out. The event is like in 2 weeks. We're like scrambling to get it done. I sold my family a dream. I told them, oh, we're gonna make all this money, and like the smoke from the vegan ribs will go up, and they're gonna see it. And so we drive to Chicago, and of course we get a flat tire on our trailer in the middle of the night. We get to the event at like midnight on the day of. We're setting up all night in the middle of a field, like building a kitchen from the ground up. And so as the day started coming in, I see the line forming around the festival, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're not ready. Like, what are we, there's only one thing you do is like, just do it. You just do it. So we're like going to work in the tent, and my head is just down, like making food. I'm just making food as fast as possible. And 15 minutes into the event, my dad says, Deborah, look up. And I lift my head, and I see that our line is longer than a football field. And I'm like, what's happening right now? And the crazy thing was, word was traveling around the festival from via word of mouth, and also the event organizers had done like a little advertisement for the product. Everybody was just coming nonstop to try the food, and at the end of the event, the organizers came and they're like, "Oh, that was the best fried chicken we've ever had, vegan or not." So it was just like, okay, we're on the right track. We're doing the right thing. Let's keep going.
Oh my God, this is incredible that, and then here we're at the Vegan Women's Summit. So you have a booth, so people have been able to sample Atlas Monroe. And is it just strictly chicken? Do you have anything else associated with Atlas Monroe?
So we have vegan fried chicken, we have vegan strips, vegan popcorn chicken. We also have Korean barbecue. We have jerk chicken. We have orange chicken. We have fajita chicken. We have bacon. We have like all these signature sauces. So we've expanded our product line quite a bit. to fit what people are making at home. So like, oh, you want to make tacos. Okay, we have vegan fajitas. Oh, you want to have a grilled chicken sandwich. Okay, we have grilled chicken. You want to have bacon and you want to make a bacon club. We got bacon. Like what you're already making, not just like what we've grown to know in veganism, which is burgers and chicken nuggets. It's not just vegan fast food. Like we want to eat real food with our families.
So, what I find interesting is that when it comes to vegan products, not all the consumers are vegan. So, what are the people that are not vegan saying about why they're eating Atlas Monroe?
A lot of them find out about my father having type 2 diabetes. And so they come like, oh, we're not even vegan. I just heard that story and I want to start incorporating vegan products with, the veggies I eat. And we had so many people that contact us that say, oh, I've lost 200 pounds. I've lost 100 pounds, 150 pounds. Like, I beat it. I've done it. Like, and they're not even doing raw vegan. They're just doing like, I'm just pairing your food with cooked vegetables and potatoes or, whatever. And this is what I eat. And I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. And I've become a much healthier. It's transformed my life. So I'm very proud. I'm very like, okay, the purpose of what we started for to help people like I helped my dad is being met. And that's what matters.
Yes. And now, like I said, we're at the Vegan Women's Summit. So now we are among women who are either creators of a product like you, or investors that want to invest in women, or other women that are interested in starting their business. So tell me, what does it mean to you to be here at the Vegan Women's Summit as a participant, as a brand? What does it mean to you to come together with all these like-minded women?
Oh my gosh. I feel like we're always like in a box, like all of us. We're all in our own world, like, on the computers in our office, doing all, working hard. And then you come to events like these and it's like, oh, this is my family. This is where the love is. This is why we do this. This is the community that we really have and what we're all really working for. And seeing it here, it just brings it to life. It's like the universe of veganism, and it's just a happy, beautiful place. Like, this has been amazing. Yeah.
There's a lot of kindness here and a lot of collaboration that happens. So as we're wrapping up, tell us what's next for you. What are you taking a break? Are you going to continue to work hard?
What's a break? No.
I know you paused on that one. Staying busy.
Literally, I gave birth to my son 2 years ago, and my midwife was like, "Stop working! Like, you need to stop working." She comes over the day after I give birth, and my laptop's on my lap, and she's like, "I told you to stop working." I'm like, "It's not gonna happen." So hey, it's like, you just keep going. I mean, people don't stop eating, so you keep going. But I have a wonderful team that's like really, really amazing, very, very supportive, and I wouldn't be here without them. So they do it. We work like a well-oiled machine now. But yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations on what you built. And one final question: where can people find Atlas Monroe if they want to try the chicken, especially the fried chicken?
Well, big time. You can always order it on our website, atlasmonroe.com, and we ship nationwide. But we're also at Copper Branch, which is the world's largest vegan chain restaurant, 50 plus locations across the globe. And then we wholesale to US Foods and Cisco. And then we're in some grocery stores in SoCal, and we're expanding that reach as we speak. So, yeah.
Wow. It's been a pleasure getting to know you. I'm really excited for what you've created. Congratulations on how you're changing the world. So thank you again. Any social media website that you want to share?
Yes, Instagram, atlas.monroe. You can find us easily, and we always have sales and stuff, so definitely follow us on there because we're always releasing new information about where we're going, what's happening. So yeah.
And I also feel that a lot of women are probably interested in learning from you because you've gone down that path of being successful, and so many, there's probably so many women that are interested in learning. But thank you, Deborah, for being here.
Oh, thank you, Maya, for having me. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Healthy Lifestyle Solutions podcast with your host, Maya Acosta. If you've enjoyed this content, please share with one friend who can benefit. You can also leave us a 5-star review at ratethispodcast.com/HLS. This helps us to spread our message. As always, thank you for being a listener.